Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The New Zero Law State. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. We now appear to be headed into a new and national zero law state. It's taking place in many parts of the country and it's doing tremendous damage. What is the zero law state? This is where the authorities and people and our culture and our media and of course our legal system appear to be fueling the growth of what seems to be a total lack of law enforcement or respect for the law. The authorities and everyday people appear to be ignoring or dismantling the rule of law almost everywhere. Protesters are now blocking streets, freeways, and entire sections of cities, and the authorities are doing nothing about it. District attorneys are deliberately ignoring the laws and refusing to enforce many of them. Police officers are now so disgusted with their city's refusal to support and protect them that they're no longer just enforcing the laws. Because of that, there are so many cities and states out there now that are posting jobs for new police officers, and they can't get officers from other cities or states to even apply for those jobs. That makes it difficult or even impossible for them to continue to protect their citizens. Why? It's all because the leaders in these idiotic cities were stupid enough to advocate or even attempt to defund their own police, to disrespect and try to dishonor their own police. And now officers in other cities and states want nothing to do with them. And who's paying for that? The citizens who can't get a police help on the phone when they call 911. Police aren't even responding to their homes. Now also, this really isn't covered very often, but because of this, a growing number of lawyers no longer want to represent police officers who are being charged with wrongdoing because they don't want to have their business or reputations attacked by the public. This elevated form of lawlessness has now driven so many companies out of San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and many other places that it has destroyed those cities and their citizens financially. The mistake those places made is in believing that the feds will continue to support them financially. But what if that doesn't happen? What if the next election puts in a new group of politicians who won't or can't support all these crazy lawless cities that wanted to or succeeded in defunding the police officers? If that happens, then we predict a level of elevated lawlessness that will result in both zero law enforcement and a level of economic damage that will eliminate many more jobs than has ever been possible before. Joblessness will rise to a level that people never dreamed possible. It also means we suspect that at some point, people who are unemployed or underemployed will completely stop paying their taxes. They'll begin stealing their groceries instead of buying them. They'll begin ignoring the police, the judges, the DAs, the politicians, and the authorities in general, just outright ignoring them and giving them the finger at every opportunity. When that happens, we believe that many of these cities will become uninhabitable. It will become so hard that even the criminals won't be able to live there, and they'll have to abandon these cities. Why? Because of other criminals. Now, what about the school systems? Well, the school systems will completely shut down. The lawlessness in the schools will just overwhelm any and all of the students. The criminals in the schools may be able to last a little longer, but the normal and sane students will flee for their lives. Have you seen the freeways now? They're basically parking lots for most of the day. We predict that eventually the criminals will begin swarming the freeways during the rush hour when all the cars are stuck and standing still in gridlock. And they'll begin openly robbing the drivers, stealing their possessions, pointing their guns at them, and just taking their wallets and cell phones and everything else. It'll be a form of mass robbery on a freeway scale that no one ever thought would be possible. If you're stuck in traffic and you know you're going to be robbed, Well, eventually a lot of people will just stop driving with their wallets, their phones, and their watches out of simple necessity. What's the point of bringing it along if you know it's just going to be taken at gunpoint out on the roads? That's the direction this is all going in. What else will we see in these new zero law states? Well, at some point, we believe it'll be so bad that the jails and the prisons will be so overrun and packed that they'll just start letting people out, letting the criminals out in mass numbers. What will that do to the economy? Well, if you're in the security business, then your business is going to experience some explosive growth and revenue. But if you're a small business person and you don't have the budget for security, then your business will be quickly overrun and everything you own will be stolen by gangs and street criminals out there. Your business will be padlocked and out of business. If you're a corner store, if you're a grocery store, whatever it is, you're going to be toast. If you're a violent criminal who likes to hurt or kill people, then we predict that 90% of murders will no longer be investigated or adjudicated. Do you think that number is high? Well, let me tell you an open secret. This is an open secret in most major cities. Currently, 2/3 of most murders go without a conviction. Why is that? Well, the police know who did it, but they can't get anybody to testify. No witnesses want to come forward. So do you really believe it's that much of a stretch to think that 90% of most murders will go with no conviction? We're now heading into a level of criminal insanity that will make the Purge movies look like Disney movies. It'll look like a day at the Vatican. Get ready, people. The insane train is coming. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new celebrity interview. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.